Kim Peterson is a champion of people who work with high achievers, emerging leaders, and leaders who want confident breakthroughs around how to harness their unique genius so they can distinctly package themselves for differentiation, accelerated success, and leadership. She's a keynote speaker, personal brand and style strategist with almost 30 years of experience in the image industry. Kim's individual clients have included senior VPs at Microsoft, Boeing, and T-Mobile. Also, Vistage International and Amazon are among her corporate clients. Kim founded Uniquely Savvy when homeless 17 years ago and shares her personal story of triumph over tragedy in her co-authored book, Incredible Life. Top experts reveal how to create yours. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my friend Kim Peterson.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. To the faculty and staff, friends and family, to the Black Student Union, woo woo, yes, give it up, yes. To the Black Student Union, and most importantly, to you, the graduating class of 2017, yes. It is such an honor. Thank you for having me here today to celebrate you all on this most extraordinary day. You should be proud of the sacrifices that you've made to get here today. The steps you took tell us that you are committed, that you are dedicated, and that you are strong. And those words echo what Mal Stewman said to me a couple weeks back. He said, these graduates come from strong people. It's in their blood, and it's the ilk they come from. And after being with some of you today and hearing from some of you last night, I know that to be true. You are strong, and we all come from strong people. Indeed, it's an honor to be here with you all today, and boy, does time fly. You see, I graduated from Central Washington University 24 years ago. Yes, in 1993. Much like you graduates, I was sitting there with eager anticipation and a little bit of anxiety, wondering what is next for me in my life. Just the other day, my eyes watered actually as I thought of you. And I thought, Kim, what is it that you want for these graduates really on Saturday? And here's what I want for you, is I want to offer you a message to sustain you if you're weary. And I want to offer you a message to inspire you and to offer you hope for the next step on your journey in life. And I'll tell you one thing, if I reach the heart and the soul of just one of you in here today, I will consider it a job well done. My greatest desire today is to share some pearls of wisdom that are universal truths, that have timeless application. These truths will educate, equip, and empower you as you make this transition into the big, wide world. These truths are no respecter of persons. They see no color. It does not matter your age, your race, your religion, your gender, your sexual orientation, where you are from, or what you look like. That said, I'd love for you to close your eyes with me now, if you will. I'd love for you to visualize your possibilities. Oh, the places you'll go. Imagine if you packaged up all your graduation enthusiasm and fortitude and all your uniqueness, your secret sauce, if you will, your unique skills, your unique talents, your abilities and your passions, and you took full ownership of all you were uniquely created to be. Imagine if you led with your strengths, believing in yourself and believing that you could fly. What might you create for yourself as you dare to dream? What opportunities would you say yes to? What would you say no to? Who would you surround yourself? How would you act? How would you speak? What would you wear? And how might you live your authentic best self out loud in a most clear, beautiful, and powerful way? Now, with your eyes still closed, I invite you to reach deep into your pocket for courage. Courage to find hope and possibilities in your story as you hear how hope led to possibilities and dreams coming true in my story. I invite you to keep an open mind, taking only what resonates with you and tossing the rest. Now go ahead and open your eyes. Today is all about possibilities of what can be and dreaming big. The economy is great and jobs are plentiful. And it's a time of tremendous celebration as we all come together to celebrate you, the graduates of 2017. I am excited to be here with you to help usher you into your new and exciting next chapters of your life. Who's ready for that? Yeah? Yep, lots of you ready. Yes, hands lifted high. I love it. So Mal asked me to share with you some of my story and what I've learned along the way. And to be honest, I haven't always been willing to share with you my story. I haven't always been courageous to tell that. As a matter of fact, it wasn't until I was in my late 20s that I could even speak about my family of origin without consistently breaking down in tears, feeling the pain, the sadness, and my desperation, so wanting to belong. You see, fortunately or unfortunately, the way you see it, my life was deeply layered in adversity ever since I was a little girl. Ever since I was born, actually. If you were to hear my full story, which today you won't, you might think I was born destined to fail. I had experienced compounding challenges since childhood. My CWU experience was a bit rocky, and that's safe to say. I remember telling my dad I wanted to drop out, and post-college, though I was functioning moderately successful, I was still struggling on the inside, silently. But there is good news. As a matter of fact, there's great news. In spite of all of these years of hardship, I did not fail. Yeah. Nope. And you see, I am not defined by my past, and neither are you.
Amen.
And while I have not yet arrived, I now know that my past experience have prepared me for such a time as this. For such a time as this to be with you today on June 3rd, 2017. So I'll tell you my story, and you'll hear hope, and you'll hear love, and you'll hear the grace of God that helps shape and mold this tender champion's heart, the heart that I now lead with today. Now, nothing says hope and transformation more than a caterpillar turned butterfly, right? E.E. Cummings wrote, "It takes a lot of courage to grow up and become who you really are." Can you relate? I'm sure you can, you see, because everyone has chapters with bumps and bruises, highs and lows in their life, but in spite of everything, I really do believe this. I believe that you were born to make a difference in this world, but just like the caterpillar, it takes a little bit of work to become who you were divinely created to be. Just last year, I was lucky enough to watch a caterpillar develop, transform, and eventually merge into a butterfly. And it was a game changer. Something magical happened for me. It was like I was propelled forward in such a way that I too finally found my wings, or at least I accepted them. So I could fly with greater courage, with a greater boldness, and into the bigger purpose as a reflection of who I really am. And that's what I want for you. And you, and you, and you, and you all. That's what I want for you. Today I will share with you 10 lessons learned across the 4 stages of a butterfly's life. Those stages are survival, stability, success, and significance. And I'll overlay bits of my journey to illustrate how in our humanity, it is necessary for each and every one of us to go through life stages so we too can become equipped, shaped, and transformed in that your distinctive wings will be strengthened and they will help you carry your unique contribution, supporting you in becoming the very best version of you. And when your best meets his best, and his best meets her best, and her best meets my best, and so on and so forth, we all come together and can make a bigger difference, not just in our own lives, not just in our communities or in our cities and Seattle and nationwide, but even internationally. Together, we can make a difference. You see, wings have no borders. Stage 1 in a butterfly's life cycle. In the survival stage, in the butterfly's life, the eggs are vulnerable to predators and other conditions, such that they're just trying to hang on and make it to the next stage. That resonates with the early chapters in my narrative. From being adopted into a white family as an infant and never having a cultural community with which I identified, to being abandoned, rejected, and left behind again by my dad and siblings when I was just 6 years old, I'm a woman who has lived much of her earlier years in survival mode. Growing up in poverty didn't help. I was never comfortable or confident in my own skin, and I was always trying to find my way. I was chained up in limiting beliefs and lies that were conceived way back in my childhood, limiting beliefs that I brought up into my adult years. The problem for you and I is that limiting beliefs and lies, they erode our personal effectiveness. They erode our potential and often keep us immobilized in survival mode. Did you know that research indicates that we operate out of our belief system? That who we think we are and who we think others are is exactly going to determine how we make decisions and how we show up in the world. Henry Ford punctuated this well when he wrote, "Whether you think you can or you can't, you are right." Perhaps you've heard the proverb, "As a man thinketh, so is he." Yes, I'm seeing some nods head here. And some fingers snap. To that end, you must understand how imperative it is that you cultivate a mindset based on truth. And having learned this for myself, one day I chose something different. It was my time to reclaim my personal truth and live with more courage, more authenticity, and more of me so I could step out and advance out of survival and into stability. You see, I wanted to break this cycle in my family. So step by step, just like many of you, I began challenging the lies and the limiting beliefs that kept me imprisoned in fear. And I began to seek the truth. The truth set me free.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. One of the longest tenured lies I told myself was this: Kim, you're unlovable. There's something inherently wrong with you. That's why you were given up for adoption, and that's why you were left behind again at just 6 years old. But the truth says, Kim, you are loved with an extraordinary and everlasting love. Yep. But people can only outwardly love you to the degree that they know how to inwardly love themselves. I'm speaking to you. The lie of the nursery rhyme says, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And that's a lie. Don't we know that's a lie? Absolutely. The truth is names do hurt. And on the playground, the kids would call me ugly duckling, bush monkey, nigganese, and weird. So I grew up with huge insecurities, always struggling with my fragmented identity, feeling that there was something wrong with me, wishing that my skin was a different color just so I could fit in. I was a freak in my own mind. But the truth is, I wasn't a freak. And I wasn't weird. I just didn't know how to deal with my own emotions, my trauma, and my life experiences at that time. Perhaps like me, you've struggled with the lie of unworthiness. That lie says, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you are just not enough. And that is a lie. And the truth is, yes, you are. You are worthy. just because you breathe. Graduates and friends and family, faculty and staff, if you hear nothing else out of me today, know that you are worthy. And your value is not determined by the color of your skin, your status, your looks, the house you live in, the car you drive, the number of Instagram followers you have, or the number of likes on your Facebook page. Let's just keep it real. This is the truth. This is the truth that will set you free. And the truth is, your value does not change based on somebody else's inability to see it or express it. You are worthy. You are worthy to be afforded good employment and other opportunities. You are worthy to be known. You are worthy to be seen, and you are worthy. Yes. I implore you to challenge your limiting beliefs and to challenge those lies that accompany them. Continuously champion your truth, not just for today, not just for this year, but for your lifetime. And begin with your truth. Begin with the truth of you. I invite you to mine your truth so that you know how to own your truth, so that you can speak your truth out loud with confidence and impact. And you can dress to affirm your truth and bring the best you who is integrated and whole to this world who needs you. If you want to fly, you must challenge your limiting beliefs and champion the truth. If you don't, you will remain a caterpillar. On values, have you defined your core values? Values are fundamental guiding principles that will act as a compass to guide you and your path in life. Knowing your core values will help you grow deep roots of sustainable inner confidence. They will help you make better decisions both in business and in life, and they will help you to create a more rewarding and fulfilling life for yourself and your families. If you want to fly, say no to the people and opportunities that do not align with your values, so that you can make room to say yes to the people and opportunities that do. If you don't, you will remain a caterpillar. Stage 2 in a butterfly's life is stability. Stability comes when the caterpillar gets the nourishment and it needs and begins to grow. As a kid, practically speaking, I got food nourishment through powdered milk, block cheese, and free lunches. That was my story. But we got some good food here today, don't we? Yeah.
Come on now.
Relationship nourishment seemed to be learned from soap operas. You remember All My Children's Baby Lives? Yes. But much like reality TV today, I do not recommend that you get your relationship cues from reality TV. Stability came to me as a teenager as I began to receive spiritual, emotional, and mental nourishment, deeper education, and support. These various supplemental layers helped me to believe in me just a bit more. But yet, like the caterpillar, I still struggled to emerge. Unexpectedly, stability came to me when I was about 15 years old. I was trying to manage the shame that came from being sexually assaulted when I was a younger, more vulnerable youth. And I remember always comparing my life and my experiences to others. No doubt depression set in and I was dealing with suicidal ideation, but guess what? It wasn't my time to go. Yeah. It wasn't my time to go, and fortunately my life was spared. And it wasn't too long until I came across a dusty old Bible that had Psalm 139 in it, and I read it for the first time. And it was like someone was holding a mirror to me and said, Kim, your Creator saw you being formed and fashioned in your mother's womb. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And what did that mean? Fearfully and wonderfully made? Fearfully and wonderfully made means designed with care, with specific detail and a deep knowledge, and on purpose. It means uniquely savvy. Amen to that, yeah? By default, I was known, I was seen, and I was celebrated. It was in this stage of stability that I began to learn that my life actually mattered. And though it took me decades to really own this truth, I am exactly who I am supposed to be. From the color of my skin to my quirky personality, just as I am. Finally, I no longer search for where I belong, because I learned that I belong with me. And so it is too for you. And all of you, you belong with you. You belong with you. And you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You were born with your own unique personality. You have a distinct combination of unique skills and talents and abilities and values that will support you in your life experiences and will inform your passions and your vision of success. Your body has been perfectly formed and shaped, and it is without error. If you are feeling trapped in the comparison game, I invite you to be brave and be unapologetically you. Stop comparing yourself to others. There is no one like you. Stop trying to fit in because you were born to stand out. If you want to fly, you must stay in your own lane. You must be your authentic self, find your voice, and lead with your strengths, and I promise you, the rest will follow. If you don't, you will remain a caterpillar. On curiosity, just yesterday this thought came to me. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child, and I thought as a child. But when I became a woman, it was my time to put away childish things. Yeah. This is an amen kind of crowd. We like that. Amen. Amen. Yes. And you see, as a child and a young adult, I often thought that I was right. And I would fight to be right. I was so angry as a little kiddo that I would fight on the playground. I would fight with words, and I would fight with an attitude that definitely needed adjusting. Often with a closed mind, I would dig my heels into the ground, and I would enter many dead ends. That said, folks, curiosity and a positive attitude has served me well in my transformative years. And when I allow myself to be curious, I don't have to be right. I can stay open, seeking first to understand and actually grow. The result, the world got bigger, possibilities increased, myths got dispelled, relationships improved, life just got better. If you want to fly, you must adjust your attitude and stay curious. Be a student of yourself and others and be a life learner. If you don't, you will remain a caterpillar. On vision, Thoreau says it best when he says, in the long run, you only hit what you aim at. So create an aim at your vision and your vision of success. A vision is a picture that reflects where you're going and includes what you want to be, do, have, and contribute in life. It also includes your why. The answer to your why will be the fuel that's needed for achieving your vision. So get after your why. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper because guess what? He lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Oprah, at the age of 22, she was fired from her job on TV because she was unfit for television. Thomas Edison failed some 10,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb. If you want to fly, you must have a clear vision so that even in spite of rejection and failure and setbacks, you will be inspired, you will be motivated, and you'll stay focused to continue to pursue your dreams and achieve your goals, just like Walt, Oprah, and Thomas Edison did. Stage 3 in a butterfly's life is all about success. Success for a caterpillar is when it finally spins itself into a chrysalis. It goes through metamorphosis and it gets its adult-like structures and its adult-like tissues all in the dark of that chrysalis. And just like you all, it prepares itself to emerge. For me, that meant getting accepted into Central. It meant like having a new level of acceptance in the Black community here on campus. It meant like having my first mentor in my entire life, Dr. Wilson, who is a retail management prof. He was fooled because he darn near made me the poster child for fashion merchandising and retail management. I was like, whoop, whoop, somehow I've arrived, but no. It felt good to have somebody in my corner, though. It eventually meant graduating from Central with a BS in retail management, a BA in fashion merchandising, and a minor in business. And just yesterday, it dawned on me that success also looks like co-authoring the book, Incredible Life. Top experts reveal how to create yours. Now go figure, who would have thought that? But that feels like success too. That said, success can also mean standing in the gap to work on the kinds of relationships that are valued, just like the one with me and my dad. Though I was doing pretty good in college by this point, my heart still ached, and I wanted answers to the question, am I lovable? I remember calling my dad from my campus village apartment, saying, why don't you tell me that you love me? If this resonates with you, I want you to know that I believe this wholeheartedly. You are lovable. Now, you might not have a mom or a dad, or you might have a husband or a wife who's not yet able to say, I love you. But no, it's not a reflection of you. And no, in my deepest beliefs, I believe that you are loved with an extravagant love that is pursuing you, a love that is intimately acquainted with you and wants for you a future and a hope. That's what I believe. You, go ahead, yes. Yes. You are loved. And at the core of our being, we are designed for relationship and we are designed for love. So know that you are loved. As you marinate on this, I invite you to choose love. Choose to love yourself first. Learn how to be kind, gracious, and compassionate toward yourself. In that, you will know what it means to love well, and you will have a reserve of love and kindness for others. If you want to fly, you must believe you are lovable, and you must choose to live. Lead with love. Include others who are different than you with love. And when you don't know how to respond with love. If you don't, you will remain a caterpillar. The wax and wane between survival and stability and success. Now, to be candid, for me, I hit some levels of success post-college, but then cycled back to this stage of survival when I was married at 26 years old and then divorced by the time I was 31 due to domestic violence. In this stage, I was homeless, sleeping on the floor of a vacant house for sale, and wondering, how am I ever going to get my life back? How will I ever be whole again? Will I ever laugh? Will I ever smile? Well, I found a temporary job, and life was a bit tricky for me at this time, but guess what? It was also the gift and the opportunity for me to get after my soul work and to get after my healing, so that like that caterpillar, I began to shed my skin and shed the things in my life that were no longer serving me. Fortunately, I was blessed to meet a few solid people who saw me along the way. They saw me and they paused. I want to acknowledge Jeff and Tara Cole. These strangers quickly became my friends when they found out that I was homeless. They offered me a place to live, rent and food free until I got back on my feet, and that was 6 months. Rhonda Brown became my spiritual mentor when I was about 28 years old. She helped me walk through that divorce with integrity so that I would become a better version of myself and not a bitter one. In December 2015, Beata Baker held a mirror to me and said, Kim, who you are is quite remarkable. Do you know that? The adversity you've been through in your life alone is that of what 3 people and 3 people's lives could have looked like, and yet they would have been taken down. Yet you are a phoenix rising. Now, I don't know about that, but what I do know is this. Friends, if you want to fly, you must surround yourself with positive people who want to see you succeed. With people, yes, absolutely. find good mentors in business and in life who can help sharpen you. And when you do honor these relationships, reciprocate in these relationships, and then pay it forward. Yes. I want you to know that for your highest good and for your benefit here today, I called out to my friends and they stood in the gap for you, and they told me what their best pieces of advice were because they want your highest good. That's the benefit of surrounding yourself with people who want to see you succeed. Yes. If you don't surround yourself with people who want to see you succeed, you will remain a caterpillar. On failure and not giving up. With some support, I felt my fears, and I faced them anyway, and I took one small step after the next, until eventually I got to where I needed to be. And with therapy, yes, let's be honest, we laugh at that, but invest in yourself and invest in therapy, good therapy. It'll help you on your journey. So with therapy, faith, and having a fierce commitment to stopping the cycle of dysfunction and mediocrity in my own life, I have been living a new normal ever since. Thank you. Ariana Huffington's mom says, failure is a stepping stone to your success. Failure is a stepping stone to your success. In life, learn what you can from your failures and give yourself permission to start again. If you want to fly, you must hit reset and take the next indicated step forward. If you don't, you will remain a caterpillar. Stage 4. In a butterfly's life is all about significance. When a butterfly emerges in all its glory, it offers beauty back into the world, contributing far more than it ever came in with. For me, this meant self-acceptance, integration into my whole self, living my truth regardless of what others think, giving back to my community, a beautiful marriage. To my college sweetheart, Kelly, who's here in the audience. Yeah, there he is. Next month, on July 4th, we will be celebrating 4 years as Mr. and Mrs. Peterson. 4 years. Professionally, it means sharing this very moment with you all. This feels like significance to me, so thank you. The stage of significance also holds space for reconciliation, redemption, and healing. My biggest emotional wound to heal, as you might imagine, was my father wound. I had been doing my forgiveness work for years, and yet, just prior to turning 40, I had reached out to my dad several times. The holidays had come and gone, my first half marathon had come and gone, my 40th birthday had come and gone without a card or a call. And when I called him for his birthday the very next week, there was no answer. But fast forward 5 months to October 2011, a download came to me. Though I really didn't want to, I was supposed to call my dad. I didn't want to because it kind of felt a little bit like this might be rejection, feeling that way. Because what else I learned in life is to allow people to be who they are in your life. Yeah? So good, so good. We don't have to control other people, just allow other people to be who they are. Okay? So I really didn't want to do that, but then 2 days later I got a spam email in my inbox and it had my dad's name associated to it, and I thought, that is no coincidence. So I picked up the phone and I called my dad, and that conversation was so light and it was so loving, and he said, "Hi Kim, when are you coming to visit me?" And I said, "I'll come, Dad, I just need to save my pennies, but I'll come." And he said, "I'm happy, life is good, I love you, Kim, I love you, Kim." And we got off the phone, I said, "I love you too, Dad, goodbye." And I remember calling Kelly, who was at that time in Thailand, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I now realize that my dad, he's freer, and that this whole thing about me and not being lovable, it wasn't about me. It wasn't about me." I want to tell you why this story is important is because it was a week, almost to the day later, that my dad unexpectedly died of a heart attack. But you can clap because this feels like a story of significance, you see, because this little girl felt like the luckiest little girl, right? She got to hear her dad say, I love you. And I got to say, I love you too, Dad. That is significance. If you want to fly, you must choose to forgive yourself and to forgive others, lest you sabotage your potential and or miss an opportunity to say or to hear goodbye and I love you. If you don't, you will remain a caterpillar. So, like the butterfly, we go through different stages in life in order to evolve, and guess what? There are no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. We need this struggle. We need the struggle to help develop our wings, which is strengthening our capacity and our resolve and our character. Well, my struggle has not been in vain. It has produced in me everything required to be effective at exactly what I do today. And it's a great honor to say that I took my college degrees and all my experience and am today celebrating 17 years as a personal brand and style strategist and owner of my own company, Uniquely Savvy. Thank you. And I love it because what I'm doing is helping people just like you step into your purpose and into your potential, not just on the outside, not just looking good, but with who you are on the inside. So in spite of it all, I am living out this college dream and doing what I set out to do 24 years ago, in spite of that struggle, and that's what you can do too. And so today, while I am still evolving, I am free to spread my wings and fly. And if I can do it, each and every one of you in this room can do it too. But the question is this: do you want to fly? Yes? Do you want to fly? The choice is yours. He's like, yes, fly. The choice is yours. Yes. If you want to fly, then listen to these words from Frank Outlaw, who says this: watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, for they become your actions. Watch your actions, for they become your habits. Watch your habits, for it becomes your character. Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. If you want to fly, you must watch your thoughts. If you don't, you will remain a caterpillar. So in closing, graduates and friends and family, yes, and faculty and staff, may each and every one of you reach deep for courage. Reach deep for courage so that you can own your unique genius. You can own your unique story and find your authentic voice so that just like that caterpillar, you too can emerge out of that struggle and into who you and you and you and you and you all were created to be. Yes? Yes. I want you to remember that you are uniquely savvy. You have something that only you can bring to this world, and we need you. We need you. And no matter what your backstory is, today you have already proven that you are an overcomer. And as a matter of fact, you are more than an overcomer. You are an achiever. And achievers were born to fly. Yes. Class of 2017, will you rise with me? Will you rise?